I'm going to read a poem, but it's not one of my own poems. It's a poem by a lovely East End lady called Gladys McGee, who, her and Sally at one point formed almost like a formidable double act.
We were the golden oldies.
That's a picture of Gladys.
Oh, that's her, yeah.
That's painted by Dan Jones. And it was Dan's portraits and bits of writings that were done by lots of people in East London that formed the basis of the workshop I did this morning. So basically, all it is we got a load of people together to tell stories about maybe family members, sometimes in the dim and distant past or more recently, and they were written up and did accompanying pictures to them. I'm going to read just one of the entries now, and it's about Gladys, and the form it takes is somebody imagining Gladys as a young child, and then her as an older person later on when she became a performance poet. So it starts off in May 1931. Little Gladys is still hoping her teacher will notice her. She's skipping lightly around the maypole and smiling for all she's worth. It's nearly Empire Day, and Gladys wants to be Britannia. Mrs. Clark and some other teachers are sitting in the playground shelter. There's bright sunshine. The pole is planted on the circle that marks the centre of the football pitch, where it is the duty of Frankie Ellis as captain to kick off. But Frankie is playing the daft apron, and Gladys is getting hot. She's about to kick off too. Fast forward to November 1989. Little Gladys is now in her 60s. She looks somewhat older due to the rickets that she suffered as a child. She is on, and this is all true, what follows, she is on stage at a comedy club run by the New Variety Circuit, following an anarchistic punk who juggles chainsaws. He had real variety in those days. Clad in a glittery gold suit, her poems on scraps of paper and old betting slips, the Bard of Stepney begins. That's why I said, if you've read my opening line, I was going to introduce Gladys as the Bard of Stepney, Bard from betting kisses and pubs throughout the borough. But in fact, she never really was Bard for anywhere, although it was close at times. So this is the poem Gladys wrote about the outcome of that day, sunny day in 1931, where she thought she'd been picked to play Britannia in the school.
Don't forget she was filmed doing that.
Yeah, she was, yes. Yeah, you can find it on YouTube, I think. Yeah. So I'll be channeling Gladys in this instance. So if my voice gets higher and I start to drop my edges, as I do anyway, then that's the spirit of Gladys descending on me. Okay, so it's called Empire Day. I've been picked, I've been picked. My arms were a-flinging, my heart was a-singing, because I'd been picked. It was for Empire Day I'd been picked. My teacher said I was a good reader, and I could dress up as the leader of the empire we had then. I'd wear a bronze helmet and be draped in a red, white and blue flag, and reign over all other lands, because that's what an empire meant then. The day came nearer, I was getting excited. Teacher spoke to me, then my day was blighted. She realised that I was too small to reign. She wanted someone tall and striking, who looked like a Viking, holding a shield and looking across the sea. I was already weedy, and then I felt rather seedy, and asked if I could go home because I was in pain. She said I could do this part when I grow older. But how could I, silly old cow? We ain't got no empire now.
Well, I never knew Gladys, but I've got a lot in common with her, you know. I mean, I used to go into betting shops all the time with, you know, juggling chainsaws and all the rest of it, putting bets on. Yeah. And the bookmaker said to me in the end, he said, "Are you going to keep doing it now?" I said, "No." He said, "Why not?" I said, I'm a sore loser." Sore loser! Yeah, get that. Right, bringing a bit of sense and normality, let's have Mr. Andy Smith. Sense and normality, yes. I went to his workshop earlier today and it certainly made a lot of sense to me. So, Andy Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
So this thing works. Yeah, this is a poem that I wrote a few weeks ago in Cleo's workshop, which I'd like to share with you. It's called The Panda's Role in Détente. As you know, pandas wear giant pants. as white as the snow they sit upon. This is in case they have to go to hospital or a panda party, where they might score and snort bamboo, liking to do the craziest things. Pandas also have serious careers in diplomacy and stop the war between China and America, rolling over and promoting peace and crunchy bamboo justice. Chi-Chi and Ann did the panda can-can. Oh man, their love filled the Cold War screens, for some the only sex education they'll ever receive. Pandas roll over, because they know that when the last panda has left the earth, the human race is cursed. Pandas are peaceful, though quite capable of war with their sharp teeth and stealth when in deep cover, camouflaging themselves as zebra crossings, giant crosswords, Art Deco furnishings and minstrels, though these are not much called for today, as sadly music hall has gone away. One of pandas' favourite games is to get their keepers to dress as pandas. They do this by pretending that interacting with humans is affecting their behaviour. Drinking beer, shouting obscenities, wearing boiler suits and refusing to have sex unless the keepers put their panda suits on, so that small pandas, tiny as mice, offspring of panda fornicators, are kept warm in squirming in incubators. Black limbs, white body and head is the standard panda threads, cleverly solving any racial dilemmas which would have arisen if pandas were given to notions of racial purity and jackboots instead of bamboo shoots. Because pandas don't give two hoots and say instead, come out and play, for that is the panda way. Thank you.
Well, I'm not sure if I ought to be wishing I was a panda or not, really, after that, but... Right, well, Michael Bungay, please. Oh, cripes, he says. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Bungay.
Does he really have that much difficulty mounting it? So, anyway. Yes, you can film me by all means. Yes, did a workshop this morning. The theme was I'm a Giant, and this is another story I've written on the subject of giants. This year there will be a live action film of The Big Friendly Giant released in cinemas. It's due to be released in July. This affirms a prediction I made at the age of 10 after reading the book at primary school. However, I've already had my doubts about it, as the original promotional poster have already had a glaring inaccuracy in that the girl playing Sophie wasn't wearing glasses like her character is supposed to. Since the film is not out yet, I can only say how I would have done things if I were making a live-action version of The Big Friendly Giant. First of all, I would have had a blonde girl, aged 8 or 9, play the part of Sophie, but with shoulder-length hair. And I'd start with her being repeatedly locked in a cellar, as is only alluded to in the book and animated film. She would wear a yellow night dress, because anything is better than white. And be barefoot. She and her fellow orphans would warn each other of the witching hour every night. Sophie would repeatedly screw up her eyes due to the moon shining on her face when she's trying to go to sleep. And she would crawl over to the window to close the curtains. And at this point I switched to a 180-degree panning shot from Sophie's POV down the street, stopping at the presence of the Big Friendly Giant. Switched to the Big Friendly Giant's point of view as he blows a dream into a child's bedroom, and then pans to the left, as out of the corner of his eye he catches Sophie watching him and she tries to run. VFG would look in through Sophie's window as he sticks his hand in and grabs Sophie with his fingers, moving so suddenly it provides a jump scare. Sorry if this sounds all technical to you, but I'm studying creative media production at the moment, which is why it sounds like the kind of thing you'd expect a movie company to come up with. Thank you for your time.
Well, we certainly, that's the great thing about the Fed though, there's so many different types of people here, so many different influences and so many different interests, and I think that always comes out in abundance in these celebratory reading evenings. And I'd now like to introduce you to somebody who has been to a lot of these Fed celebratory evenings over the years, Mr. Bruce Barnes.
Thank you. I've just cast my referendum vote. It's a postal one. And postal votes are secret. But here is my referendum poem for you all. Bonn, Cottbus, Germany, 2010. Cottbus is in lockdown. Though the B-17s are long done with sky grumbling, today someone happened on a bomb. We wait in the shade of a plane tree for the bomb's delayed action detonator to be defused. The timer is the tricky bit. A controlled explosion could reglaze crystal now, leaving me crouched behind the counter with Uncle Nathan, as Schroeder and Co.'s finest wine, the spat laser, turns to glassy dust. If there's a chance for Mama's home to survive, I'm all for it, with its coffee finials and the morose chap with an eagle on his head above the door. The house in Kaiser Wilhelm Platz keeps me returning to ogle that renovated marker of time.